Students, welcome to Adarsh Vidyalaya Matriculation online class. Standard 8, Subject Science, Unit 6, Reaching the Age of Adolescence. In the previous session, we have studied about adolescence and puberty and changes occurs during puberty. We know about the testes and ovaries are primary sex organs. Yes, they are already present inside the body. In this session, we are going to study about secondary sexual characters. What is secondary sexual character? The secondary sexual characteristics are the physical features which distinguish male from female. So, we can be able to distinguish between the male and female because of certain specific secondary sexual characteristics of human. What initiate these secondary sexual characters and how do they appear? These characters are initiated by hormones. We know hormones are those chemical substances which are released by the endocrine glands. These endocrine glands are located in our body, in different parts of the body, and they release their hormones into the bloodstream. Along with the blood, these hormones are circulated throughout the body and it is received by the target organs and functioning that concern organs. In males, testis is the reproductive organ. In female, ovary is the reproductive organ. These two are endocrine glands. So, in male, testes produce a hormone called testosterone or androgen. In females, ovary produce a hormone estrogen. This testosterone in male and estrogen in female are responsible for secondary sexual characters. The androgens in male cause the growth of larynx, muscle development, skeletal size and distribution of hair on the body and pubic hair, stimulation of sweat glands, etc. The estrogen and progesterone are the female sex hormones. The estrogen stimulates the development of breast, the external genitalia, pubic and axillary hairs and the distribution of body fat. Now let's see what are the secondary sexual characters developed in boys and girls during puberty. First, secondary sexual characters of boys. First, when we see the growth of hair, the male have a pronounced hair characters like the facial hair such as the growth of beard, moustaches, as well as they have hair on their chest. Pubic hair appears followed by axillary and facial hair. Then the skin. In males, the skin becomes coarse and pores in the skin enlarge. Then the oil producing glands, that is a sebaceous gland in the skin enlarge, and due to this acne may appear on the faces. Then during this period the male's voice also changes and becomes husky. This is due to the growth of larynx. The larynx in boys is increases, enlarged during the puberty. The growing of voice box in boys can be seen as a protruding part of the throat, that is called as Adam's apple, so that the voice becomes deep and harsh. This is caused mainly by the male hormone testosterone during the adolescence. Then when we see their muscles, in boys the muscles grow more prominently than girls. The strength of the muscle increases and gives shape to arms, legs and shoulders. Then, so the secondary sexual characters of boys are the pronounced hair, the skin becomes coarse and porous, the sweat and sebaceous or cutaneous glands, subcutaneous glands are very active. Because of that, many pimples are formed on the face. Then muscle, the strength of the muscle also increases and it gives shape to arms, legs and shoulders. In males, the growth of the larynx is larger than the girls. Because of that, the voice becomes deep and harsh. Now let's see the secondary sex characteristics of girls. When in girls, the hip becomes wider and rounder due to the enlargement of the pelvic bone and the development of subcutaneous fat. Then breast also enlarged. After the enlargement of hips, the breast begin to develop during this puberty. Then hair grows both in males and females, but in the case of girls, the hair grows in armpits and pubic areas. Then when you see the skin, the girl's skin becomes coarser and pores enlarge as in the case of boys. Then sweat and sebaceous glands also become active. Because of these sweat and sebaceous glands, the girls and boys get pimples on face because the increased activity of these glands in the skin. Owing to extra secretions, sometimes a distinctive odor is also produced from the bodies. Then when we see the muscles, in girls, increase in muscle takes place which gives shape to shoulders, arms and legs. Then voice, the girl's voice becomes still and voice breaks are rare among the girls. So the secondary sexual characters in girls, the girls' height and weight increase. It happened both in boys and girls during puberty. Both the girls and boys are increased in height and weight. In girls, the fatty and subcutaneous tissues developed. Hip broadens. In boys, muscles develop and the shoulder region broadens. In girls, the hair grows in armpits and pubic area. But in the case of boys, the hair grows in armpits, pubic area, facial hair like beards, moustaches, and hair on the chest region develops. The girl's voice becomes still, but boy's voice breaks because of the lengthening of vocal cord and the enlarging of larynx. In girls, the breast developed, but in the case of boys, the size of the penis increases. So these are the secondary sexual characteristics in boys and girls. So students, today's session we have learned about the secondary sexual characteristics. What is secondary sexual character? These are the physical features which distinguish a male from female. These secondary sexual characteristics are developed due to the secretion of hormone produced by the endocrine glands. The testosterone or androgen is the male hormone produced by the male sex organ testis. Estrogen is the female hormone produced by the female sex organ, ovaries. These hormones are responsible for the development of these secondary sexual characteristics. As we studied, in males, the muscles developed, shoulder broadens, the beard, moustaches, then hair on the chest region also appears. Then voice break and breaking of voice happens, and the voice are very deep and harsh. The size of the penis increases. But in the case of girls, the fatty and subcutaneous tissues develop, hip region broadens, hair grows in armpits and pubic area, voice becomes still, and the enlargement of breast happens. First question, what is secondary sex characteristics? Second question, what are the secondary sex characteristics found in boys and girls? Thank you.